As a multiple six-figure funded trader that has done over 20 prop firm challenges, I decided that it's time for me to share my top 5 lessons learned along this time that will help you get funded a lot quicker. So if that sounds interesting, let's get right into it. A very important lesson I have learned in time after trading multiple accounts is that it is okay to blow a challenge or lose a live funded account as long as you respected your strategy and trading plan. Why do I say this? Because in the beginning, I always blamed the strategy after I was losing a challenge or the live funded account. And most of the times, it is not the strategy's fault. It's either your fault, maybe you did some mistakes or some risk management issues, or maybe because of the market conditions. And that's what I wasn't understanding. I didn't understand that the market conditions can play a huge role, because even the best traders out there can still blow a challenge or lose a live funded account, even though they respected their plan. Why? Because, for example, in a very successful month, you can easily pass the challenge. But say you are in a choppy month and you get into a losing streak, and because of that, it becomes a lot harder for you to pass the challenge, and therefore you have a chance of blowing it. So it is very important to understand that market conditions play a huge role as well, and that it is okay for you to lose the challenge or funded account as long as you respected your plan. And understand that you can always just go for it again whenever you feel comfortable. Before I continue with the video, I briefly wanted to mention that if you want to get access to the trades I am taking on a daily basis, you should go ahead and join my SMC trading group. It is the first link down below in the video description. And this brings me to the second lesson I have learned that also took me a while to understand and also cost me a lot of challenges. I didn't understand that when trading a prop firm, it is key to have a very simple strategy and trading plan. This works a lot better than having a super complex 1-minute strategy that you need to spend hours a day to trade it. Instead, I found that it's a lot better to have a super simple system that requires only, say, 15 to 20 minutes a day, super simple risk management, and just stick to it. That's why recently people in my community found great success after going for my mentoring program, because in that program they learned this exact system that I'm talking about that requires only 15-20 minutes a day, and that is super easy to apply and stick to, because like I said, when trading a prop firm, less is more. And to be fair, in trading in general, less is always more, but more specifically on prop firms, because you will find that if you'll try to scalp on the 1 minute with a super complex strategy, the spreads on a prop firm challenge aren't as good as on a live personal account. Hence why, only because of that, it will be a lot more difficult. And that being said, if you want to apply for my mentoring program, you should click the second link down below in my video description. So like I said, the simpler, the better. Another very important thing I understood is that when trading a prop firm challenge or a live prop firm funded account, it is much better to aim for a bigger win rate instead of a bigger risk to reward. And let me explain you exactly why. So for example, we have a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio strategy with a, 27% win rate. That right there is a profitable strategy that will bring you profits over the long term for sure. But on a prop firm challenge, having the rules that tell you that you cannot lose more than 5% a day or 10% overall, most traders risk 1% per trade on a prop firm challenge. And if you have a 1-to-4 strategy with a 27% win rate, say, you need to be okay with having 7, 8, maybe even 10 losers in a row every now and then, because that's just part of the probability. And what happens is when you get into that losing streak, you will essentially lose the challenge. You will blow your challenge or the live funded account, because yes, maybe you have a losing streak of 8 or 10 trades and then you have 2 or 3 winners in a row, but it doesn't matter anymore because the challenge was blown. On a personal account, yes, you can definitely trade higher risk to reward because you don't have the drawdown rules over there, but on a prop firm, knowing that you have these drawdown rules, I would highly recommend you to aim for a bigger win rate and for a lower risk to reward ratio, because like this your loss rate will be smaller, and that's exactly what you want. The fourth lesson I have learned is that loads of people try to make it look easy, but trust me, that is not the case. I was there too on social media, seeing all these people passing, getting their certificates, getting their payouts, and I was being mad, right? I thought that, oh, so many people pass, I'm the only one that isn't passing. But trust me, that is not the reality. A lot of people only post when they manage to successfully pass the challenge, but they don't post when they blow it, right? And if you don't believe me, the statistics speak for themselves. On average, only 10% of the traders that go for a prop firm challenge manage to pass it. And from these traders that manage to pass it, from these 10% of traders, and only 3.5% of those people that got funded qualify for a payout. So this right here shows you that it's not as easy as a lot of people say it is. And this brings me to the fifth and final lesson in my top 5 that I've learned, which is to not change what you were doing before passing the challenge. Previously, I just mentioned that from the 10% of people that managed to pass and get funded, only 3.5% of those people managed to get a payout. Why? Because a lot of people, after they pass, they change something. When on the live funded account, they decide to change something because all of a sudden they have this huge capital that they can play with. Let's say they have $100,000 that they can play with. And psychologically, it can be pretty difficult to wake up to a huge capital, live capital, and trade it. And because of that, they feel that it's time for them to change something, to maybe add one more confluence to their strategy, or maybe switch the strategy completely. And because of that, because they change what they were doing before passing the account, they end up losing the live funded account. Therefore, the super small percentage of people actually managing to qualify for the payout. So like I said, after passing, if you know that that system, that trading plan, that strategy help you pass your challenge and get funded, why would you change anything about it? Just stick to it. Do not change your system, your strategy, or your plan after passing the challenge. Stick to it. If you want to try a different system or strategy, I would highly recommend you to get another challenge and try it over there. But do not switch it after passing and getting funded. All right. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about these lessons. I hope you all found them valuable. If you did, make sure to share and like this video. That would be very much appreciated. And of course, if you have any other lessons that maybe you have learned that I haven't mentioned, make sure to drop them down below in the comment section. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say. And until the next video, a very, very cool one will pop on the screen right now. It's a video where I will share with you all how you can become profitable with only 15 minutes a day. And until the next video, I want to wish you all the best and take care.